Hello Starseeds and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. So as you can tell from the title and the thumbnail, I will be installing this wig here. Starting out with the Got To Be gel. I'm just slicking my edges back, just making sure that they are all slicked back and nice and smooth. And then we're going to go ahead and blow dry them into place. When applying the Got To Be on my edges and doing the blow drying, I like to do everything in sections. So I'll start from one side, then I'll do the middle, then I'll do the other side. So I typically go by the 3-section method when applying the Got To Be. It just helps as much as like my hand can hold back the hair. As you see, I'm holding the hair back so it can stay slick. So that's how you'll kind of gauge. So from like your temples, the eyebrow, and then the middle, and then the other side, just kind of gauge, however big your hand is, to be able to slick that back and hold it back when you're installing for yourself. So now this is the stocking cap that I'm using. I'm just adjusting it to make sure it's correct and in place. I'm going to go ahead and cut out the ears, make sure that they are nice and exposed, and make sure that the cap is sitting where it's supposed to sit as far as the hairline goes. Now I'm going in with the Got To Be spray. This is the hairspray to go ahead and lay the cap down. So I typically kind of do this in sections as well, starting from one side, making sure that it's nice and in there and not running down the stocking cap. I really don't like when the product runs. So that's a good tip too, to kind of be direct and using your hand or using a tool or something to keep the product in place. You don't want it to run down the stocking cap. You kind of want to keep it in place, and then go in with your blow dryer. Now that it's completely dry and smooth to the touch, it's not tacky, it's just smooth. You can run your hand right over it. You're going to apply your makeup however you see fit. I'm using right here, this is just foundation. This is a liquid foundation. You can use foundation, concealer, whatever have you, powder. But what works best for me is using either the concealer or the foundation on my stocking cap. That's what works best for me. And I'm just making sure it's covered ear to ear and as far back as my part will go, so we don't have any issues there. Just making sure that it's well covered and well saturated with the product, so we can get the desired color that we are looking for. Now I'm going in with the concealer on the actual lace. This is tinting the lace, making sure that the lace is covered, just making sure that we're getting that color together. We're creating a scalp with lace and the stocking cap. So we want to give that illusion, and we want to go in with the concealer on the lace, because the consistency of the concealer is what hides those grids. Concealer hides the grids. That's why we put concealer on top when we're on our parts and everything like that. The consistency of the concealer is what hides the grids of the lace. So you just want to make sure that that's covered ear to ear and as far back as the part goes. Now I am taking a eyebrow razor to go ahead and cut off the excess cap. This is going to give you that close cut that you need, and it's going to give you it's not a straight edge cut, so it's going to give you the desired look that you're looking for when cutting your cap, and you can get as close as possible. Now I'm just going in on the other side, just giving you a closer look at how the cut is when it's cutting the lace and how close it's getting there. So now I'm just trying on the wig. I'm testing the color out. I'm making sure that it's blending in. I'm making sure that the the cap is cut properly and that it won't show when I actually go to lay the wig down. So I haven't put any glue down or anything like that. This is simply just color matching and seeing where it's going to lay. And now I'm deciding to go ahead and cut the lace with the same eyebrow razor, just getting right up on top of that hairline. So everything was already pre-plucked, pre-styled, everything like that. So we're good to go, and we're just cutting the lace. And I did do a widow's peak on this wig, so this would be a widow's peak hairline install, no baby hairs. So just getting as close as possible, and you are creating your desired hairline. So I did half on my head, and I'm doing the other half off of my head, just so you can see there's multiple ways that you can do things, especially when you are installing on yourself. I've been doing this for so long now. There's so many ways that you can do it and that you can go about it. It really just depends on you. It depends on the wig. It depends on if it's already styled, or if you're styling after the install. So a lot of different factors can go into play, and you just do what's comfortable for you. So now I am going in with my Erica J lace glue, and I'm just going ear to ear straight across the hairline, laying that lace glue. And let me correct that. You don't want to go straight across. You more so want to use the glue as an outline for the hairline. So it looks like I'm going straight across, but I'm still kind of going in at the temples, putting a little more. Like, you want the glue to go how the hairline goes for the wig. But for the most part, mine is pretty much straight across. But you have that widow's peak, and then you have your like side pieces. So go according to how your hairline is shaped on the wig, because that's where the lace is going to lay. The lace is going to lay where you put the glue at. So now I'm just laying it, going in with a little reinforcement to make sure it stays in place. I always start with the middle since it is a widow's peak hairline. Just want to make sure that that's going to be directly centered, and then go from side to side, ear to ear, making sure that it is nice and secure, and you don't have any ruffled lace. You don't want your lace to ruffle up and squeeze up. You want it to be nice and flat. Then I go in with the Got To Be Glue spray, just to go ahead and lock everything in place before laying the band down. You do not have to sit in your wig band for hours upon hours, 10, 15, 20 minutes max, just to keep the hold, okay? You want to just melt. You just want to get that nice melt. You do not have to keep the band on forever. Just let it melt. So I'm going in with my blow dryer to go ahead and lock in that hairspray. And now I'm using this time while I'm melting to go ahead and take out all of my pins, let my curls come down. This is the styling part of it all. Taking the curls down so I can play with the hair and see how I like the style and all of that. I'm just going one by one. I'm just showing you what it looks like from behind. Just kind of taking all the pins out. So now that I have all of the clips out, all the curls are down, I'm just combing out these curls. I love a lot of body. As you can see, this style is heavy bangs, lots of layers, just like that curtain. I was going for that curtain bang look. Um, big juicy curls. I love all of that. Like nice body, like comb it back, comb it to the front, however you see fit. This is just the look that I was going for. And I just absolutely love it. I love the color. I just love how it came out. I love the length, how much body it has, just everything. And I'm just playing with the hair, just seeing how I like it, seeing how I like the style, flipping the curls back and forth. Like, you have to play with your hair so that it can lay how you want it to lay. You have to spend that time in the mirror and play with the hair, manipulate it, maneuver it a little bit, see how it's gonna lay. You might want to go in and cut it a little bit, bump the front a little, use your hot comb to flatten out pieces, just whatever you have, whatever have you. This is the styling portion. So now I'm just going in and perfecting those layers, just framing it to my face a little more because it was cut on a mannequin. So I just want to make those layers frame to my face a little more so I can get the desired look that I'm going for. So there I was just connecting the front to the back, just making sure that the face frame is all nice and layered and even so it can lay appropriately. And here we have it. Just pulling those curls out, still playing with the hair, just making sure that it's all laying properly, like spending that time in the mirror, pulling out those curls, playing with the hair. Now we are taking the band off and see how laid that lace is. Like, who needs baby hairs when your lace is laid? You don't need that. So now I can really go in with the comb and really just rub my fingers through and really get it to lay how I want it to lay. So now you see what it looks like after taking the band off. And here we are, just still kind of going through, making sure that the hair is laying in my face how I want it to, and just getting the overall shape of the style because the shape is very important. Now I'm just bumping those bangs or flattening them out, however you want to describe that, just so that it can lay in my face and not be pulled back so far, but still having that body, having that volume in the front. That's definitely what the look that I'm going for. Lots of volume, lots of body, but nice and sleek and just elegant at the same time. Using the got to be, I'm just locking all the hairs in place, making sure that the style is nice and flat, combing out those flyaways, just making sure that everything is nice and cohesive. You always want to finish the hairstyle off at the end with a little bit of hairspray. That's always just gonna make sure all your hairs are nice and flat and you don't have any flyaways or frizzies or anything like that. But this is the finished look. This is it. Quick install. Like I said, it was pre-curled, pre-colored, all of those things. I did all of that before installing, and this is the final look. Get into that lace, get into that scalp, get into it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Love you guys. Bye.